just in the other room doing yoga right now. So we're going to do some live yoga sessions pretty soon. But they're doing yoga. I need to do this video, and it's on. It's about time for me to anyway go home and work out. So I couldn't do yoga with them, but we're going to start doing yoga for you guys. And Andy's a yogi. We're all trying to get ready. I'm actually the worst. Least flexibility. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm wondering if I actually want to be in that video, but I will. I'll do it. But guys, here's what I want to talk to you guys about today. Is something super important that is, I can't tell you guys how important it is to make sure that your foundational, most important basic body chemistry is intact, or you're going to have very difficult problems recovering with Hashimoto's. So today what I want to talk to you about is I want to ask you a question first. Are you tired after you eat? Do you get fatigued after you eat? Do you feel like you want to go lay down? Do you have difficulty losing weight, where you have a lot of problems with just weight loss and maybe not gaining, but you can't lose weight? This can also contribute to weight gain quite a bit. And are you always hungry? Do you just feel like you're constantly hungry? If you do, then it's very likely that you have insulin resistance, or we call that prediabetes, or there's diabetes, like type 2 diabetes. Blood sugar dysregulation can create all these symptoms and a lot more. And it is one of the most basic and foundational aspects of your body's chemistry that you absolutely have to take control of. You have to take control of it. And it can be driven by a lot of different things. I'm going to talk to you today about a few of those, but everything in the body's connected. Inflammation affects blood sugar. There's a lot of things that promote it other than just diet and exercise or lack of exercise. So the thing here is that when you have insulin resistance and blood sugar fluctuations, in particular with insulin resistance, higher blood sugar, but really anytime there's insulin resistance or there's a higher blood sugar issue, there are fluctuations in blood sugar, okay? Fluctuations. We know that it's connected to a lot of different problems. Did you guys know that they're now calling type 3 diabetes Alzheimer's, or that they're calling Alzheimer's disease type 3 diabetes? Now there's other mechanisms that we believe promote Alzheimer's disease, but type 3 diabetes are calling it, if you just look in the scientific literature, they talk about type 3 diabetes as being Alzheimer's. And that's because these fluctuations in blood sugar damage the nerve cells and neurons of the brain. This directly affects and will decrease and promote brain degeneration. Guys, this is incredibly important for so many reasons, not just to feel better now, but your future health. It contributes to heart disease, chronic pain, hormone imbalances, and it's a trigger of autoimmunity. Now, a lot of people watching this probably have an autoimmune condition or have Hashimoto's or thyroid problems. If you don't, this is still applicable directly to you with blood sugar, but blood sugar fluctuations promote autoimmunity, not only as a trigger, but as an exacerbator, something that flares it up and can make it worse. And one thing that's huge is that it can absolutely kill your libido, completely destroy your libido. And I could draw out the chemistry and explain to you guys how that occurs, but basically in women, it increases testosterone levels. It's one of the things that we believe is a direct driver of polycystic ovarian syndrome, blood sugar issues. That's why one of the main managements for it medically is metformin, right? Which is designed to try to help you control blood sugar. I think that you've got to try to address problems like PCOS by looking at what drives the process, not just prescribe a medication that can help with the symptom of it, right? I'm all about trying to help you figure out root driver. So women, it increases testosterone. In men, it increases estrogens. See guys, we've got this thing called aromatase. Aromatase is an enzyme that will convert your testosterone into estradiol. Women, it's also very applicable for you, because when people start testing your hormones and they start looking at the hormone levels, if they're not aware of the impact that other factors have on your hormones, you're going to be looking at hormones and they're going to be prescribing hormone replacement to you based off of what they see as a quantity, not the mechanism or the cause behind the quantity. So if it's low, why is it low? You need to always ask that question, why? And so we have this enzyme called aromatase that when you have higher insulin levels, which you're definitely going to have with higher blood sugar and fluctuations in blood sugar, even if it's low and it comes up to normal, you still spike insulin when there's a rise in blood sugar. That's going to promote aromatase activity and cause you to make more estradiol, one of the main estrogens, and it will cause you to be estrogen dominant. So men, when you see men that have breast-like characteristics, their breasts are more female-like, they have fat deposited around their abdomen, this is usually more of a sign of insulin resistance, increased aromatase activity, and they're going to be more estrogen dominant, even if they're taking their testosterone cream, which, by the way, is not a great idea to rub testosterone cream directly on your body. You know why? Because aromatase, which is the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen, is primarily in the subcutaneous, the fat, right under the skin. So you're putting testosterone right into the aromatase, so it just ramps up that conversion. I'm telling you guys, ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge thing for libido. If you want to have any kind of sex drive, you better get blood sugar under control. Not to mention all these other problems, peripheral neuropathies, which is nerve damage, the numbness and tingling in the feet and the hands. You have got to address this to get those problems, have any chance of conquering those problems. Now, minimum intervention to improve this. Minimum. Very, very, very minimum. There's a lot of stuff that goes into impacting this stuff, guys. Diet. What you're going to hear is when you go and you have a blood sugar problem, that's all your doctor says. Well, you need to eat better and exercise. And so you're going to hear these first two. But they don't really tell you what to do. They don't give you great direction. And I'm going to tell you that diets they vary a lot. And what's best for you, especially if you're autoimmune, is not going to be the standard diet that they recommend for blood sugar control, which is high in grains and basically the food pyramid, which is worthless. Well, it may not be worthless, but I never use that because that's not applicable to getting people that have chronic degenerative health problems to optimal health. Okay, it's never been appropriate in my practice. We just found that those grains and those foods that they commonly recommend for blood sugar control and diabetes actually promote the problem in a lot of people. Okay, so diet needs to be considerably different. Exercise is going to be unique to the individual, but yes, movement is important because it's movement and exercise. We can burn sugar in ways that we can't tap into with any kind of medication. Exercise allows us to utilize blood sugar in ways that we can't do in any other form. And it also makes your muscles more efficient at burning sugar for energy and storing it. So it's very important to have the right diet, the right type of exercise, and then temporary nutritional supplementation. Temporary. Not something you do forever. You need temporary nutritional supplementation to help support insulin sensitivity, normal cortisol regulation, which is your stress hormone, which will spike up blood sugar and insulin to support you appropriately. And there's a lot of different supplementation. You can go to, actually, what I'm going to teach you guys, diet and exercise are super important. Temporary supplementation is critical. You really need to have blood testing done to assess and determine your basic foundational chemistry. Do you have high inflammatory levels, which will create problems with blood sugar? Are you anemic, which will create problems with energy utilization and blood sugar? What is your blood sugar actually like? What's the glucose? What's the hemoglobin A1C? Do you have other problems with your thyroid physiology, which can contribute to blood sugar problems? Tons of issues that you need to have blood work to help out. But if we're just talking in general, the right type of diet, which is not the standard stuff that's given at all, exercise, the right type of exercise, and then temporary nutritional supplementation to support your body's ability to use your blood sugar, become sensitive to your insulin again, and ultimately try to get you healthy, right? Not kick the can down the road by just taking something to cover your symptoms, okay? You can go, if you want to know the supplementation that I routinely recommend for similar types of mechanisms to this, you can go to hashimotosdoctor.com/blood sugar help, okay? hashimotosdoctor.com/blood sugar help. There should be a link in the comments above, or in the description above. You can click on it. You can go there, and all you do is you just enter your email, and I'll send you, and you get direct access to my cheat sheet on helping you regulate blood sugar, which includes supplementation recommendations. And the supplementation, I actually have hand-picked supplementation to support this type of pattern. You just click a link and set up an account in my nutritional dispensary, which has a lot of physician-only nutritional supplements that I utilize and practice on a regular basis. You can go there, you'll get my exact protocol, and I'll give you a lot of tips on how to regulate and improve these things. But guys, remember, even though I'm going to give you access to those things, one of the keys is that you try to figure out why you're having these problems. It's not just diet and exercise. I'm telling you, if you're not looking at inflammation, anemia, blood sugar dysregulation, other things that can fluctuate blood sugar, like cortisol, your stress response, and your thyroid physiology. You're going to be chasing your tail. You're going to be addressing symptoms instead of drivers. So you can definitely go check this out. Get my the cheat sheet, the guide that I give you guys. It's a one-page cheat sheet that will break a lot of things down that you can do to help support these problems. But if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I do consulting with people all over the world. You just go to drbradshuk.com, click on the application for care page, and you can learn more. But guys, there's tons of resources that I try to put out there to help you become your own advocate, take your health back, and be better partners with your doctors. We need to change the world. Help me help other people. If you found this helpful, share this video with other people, because so many people have no idea the impacts that blood sugar has, what some of the true consequences are, and then a lot of the information that I teach in these things, they're just not aware of. So help us help other people by spreading the word. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Talk to you again very soon. Thanks.